Hello, everybody, and welcome. We are back. Apologies for the little bit of hiatus between episodes. The work on the kitchen has now finished. Before we took the break, though, we had won our opening two games of the season in the Premier League, one of which was against a side we couldn't beat last year for toffee nuts. That was Liverpool. And the question is now, have we continued that good start to the season? Hello, it's a very warm welcome to episode 22 of Where Eagles Dare as we manage Crystal Palace for the FM26 Beta Save. My name's Mark, and on today's episode we have two games for you. We did say we were coming back for two Premier League games. We're actually going to come back for a Carabao Cup third round tie to start off with, and then a Premier League match day 5. And as I said, we did have a brilliant start to the season by winning our opening two games of the season. Have we continued that run? The answer to that is yes. Last episode, it was a 3-1 win at Craven Cottage against Fulham, a 2-1 win against Liverpool, who we couldn't beat, as I said, for toffee nuts previously, or in the previous season. We've then played Brighton, beat them by 3-2. They opened the scoring through Gruder on 36. Ismail Assar on 38, getting the equaliser. We took the lead through Mateta in 4 minutes of injury time in the end of the first half. 2-1 at half-time then. And we made it 3-1 on 95 minutes. Eddie Nketiah getting our third goal. It was comfortable, or was it? Because Evan Ferguson on 96 minutes, just a minute later from the restart, getting one back to make it look a bit closer than it really was. 3-2 the final score, a good win in that one. And then Manchester United came to Selhurts Park, but they weren't in any sort of form really. Pinot, Manoir and Sarr the scorers in that one. 1-0 at half time, 3-0 at the end of the game, which means that we have got off to an excellent start, won our opening 4 games of the season, and we are the only team with a 100% record after 4 games. We are top of the table, 3 points clear of Arsenal, Manchester City and Newcastle. Still early part of the season, of course. But we are clear at the top. We've got a little bit of daylight coming up, and a bit more daylight up today. That would be rather splendid. And the team's having a bit of trouble at this early juncture of the season. Brighton on the bottom with just 1 point. Coventry are in 19th on 2. Then come Norwich, Bournemouth, Aston Villa, Ipswich, all on 3 points. But as I say, it is very, very early part of the season. A couple of other things have happened. We'll talk about transfers in just a moment. But as you will see, the Carabao Cup third round tie is our first match of today's episode. We face Fulham again, this time at Selhurts Park. In fact, we've got a run of home games, having played Manchester United at home. Then we got Fulham, we got Aston Villa as our second game of today's episode, and then we will come back for the next episode as we start our Champions League campaign against APOEL of Cyprus. That is our first game. It's not going to be an easy route, I don't think, through the Champions League, because some of them are toughy matches. We've got AS Monaco in our second game away from home. And then we got Bayern Munich back at Selhurts Park, Benfica away, Barcelona at home, Real Madrid away, and then our final 2 games are against Rapid Vienna, and the final game is away from home at Sparta Prague in late January. So they will be, we'll see how we get on in the Champions League this season. It's going to be rather interesting. I did say bearing in mind it's the 1st of September, the transfer window does slam shut at the end of today's activities. So we will find out what's been going on. Let's have a quick look at activity. Will Hughes looks like he could be going out on loan to Blackburn. Raksaki, we've had an offer that basically we can't refuse. I think if we actually have a quick look at Raksaki, he's valued, well, we know it's valued at 22 million, but he was valued at about 14, 15 million. But Norwich desperately want him. They're going to pay 17 million up front, the rest in extras. 22 million, I think he can go. Danny Emery is going out on loan, possibly to Wrexham, and Adramola. He is possibly going on loan to Rotherham. They are the current transfer activities. I did think we have brought one player. We have brought in one player. Let's check the transfer history. Mika Bereth. We've brought him in because we weren't sure whether Mateta may go out in the window. So we brought him in as a backup, really. We have what have we paid for him? I'm not sure what we paid for him, actually. We'll check that out in just a moment. But he's basically come from Monaco, was at Sturm Graz before that, Motherwell, Arsenal, familiar one from last FM24, Volvic. He was on loan there for a while, so he's been around. We'll see how he gets on. I think he could be on the bench for today's match. We pay 45 million for him. So there we go. Mika Birath is a transfer deadline day transfer. Right, without any more to do, let's get on with today's games. First up, it's Fulham in the Carabao Cup, 3rd round. And here is the team that will face Fulham in this Carabao Cup 3rd round. And we want to see if we can go. Henderson returns to goal for this one. Benitez, of course, been our #1 goalkeeper so far this season. Well, he's disappointed in how teammates promise it's not going. Henderson then is in goal, probably will be our cup goalkeeper, made some howlers in pre-season, hence why Benitez has stepped into the breach. And to be fair, he has been on fine form, but give him a little bit of a rest today. Mitchell, who's not on 100% form. He had a couple of knocks and what have you. So Mitchell is in today. Try and get him a bit of game time. Gahey, Drogosin alongside Gahey. Lacroix has missed out on the last couple of games. Drogosin is okay. Richards gets a start today. He's on the right, giving Manus and Guy a bit of a rest. Hughes, who looks like he's going out on loan to Blackburn, and Lerma are in a central midfielder. Yarmi makes his first start of the season on the left, albeit he's not 100% fit, so I don't expect him to play the whole game. Uche, who's been playing and he's in very, very good form as that attacking midfielder. He's going to let me down today, isn't he? Raki Saki also potentially going to Norwich for £22 million. That's what it's looking like. Well, 17 up front and the rest in extras. Plays out today on the right. Nketiah gets a start up front. Mateta is on the bench. The bench then looking like this. It's Benitez, Manus, Angori, Lacroix, Doucouré, who's coming back from injury, may get a little bit of game time today. Jayden Dans, Sarr, Bereth and Mateta. And here we are at Selhurts Park for this one. And Fulham playing a 4-2-3-1, making two changes. Tete for Castagna and Burge for Cisse. And it's Benice getting us underway. Bassi. Wilson with a corner. An outswinger. It's bobbled around there. Nobody getting on the end of it. Meniz crosses this back in. Lukic was trying to get on the end of it. Couldn't. It was well defended. Robinson from the edge of the area, or in fact outside the area, over the top. And And Fulham having the best of the first half an hour, and they're on the break here. Emil Rowe. Manise cut out by Lerma, but only given as far as Kevin. Kevin goes for it, and I think a save from Henderson for a corner. 1 minute of injury time at the end of this first half. It's all over. It's 0-0 at half time. Of course, penalties if it goes, and Fulham have had majority of that game. We've not really had any way in at all. They've had 11 shots, 4 on target. We've had 4 shots, just 1 on target. 1.09 against 0.34. That's totally against our form recently against the sides that we've been putting in. And, well, yeah, what can you say about that? I mean, they've also had 13 corners, so that just shows the pressure that they've been putting on us. We need to be better in the second half, with any shadow of doubt. And one change we're going to make at half-time. We have taken off Yarami, and we have replaced him with Mika Bireth. Mika Bireth going up front, and Ketia dropping out onto that wing to see if we can get a little bit of inroads. Just that one change at half-time. And it's Bireth getting us underway for this second half. Uche, Hughes. And Wilson with the corner, another outswinger. Danger ensues, and it's come off the upright. 63 minutes on the clock. Looking to make some changes. Henderson out to Mitchell. Mitchell finds Uche. Nketiah. Mitchell puts it into the path of Nketiah. This is looking promising attack. Not many. Mitchell. Uche. Uche backheels it to Nketiah, and Nketiah puts it away, and somehow we've got in front. Finally had a chance and took it. Uche backheeling this one into the path of the Nketiah. Nketiah hits it first time, and Leno nowhere near it. 1-0. And with 17 minutes on the clock, we're going to look at that move to put Nketiah out there. Seems to have paid off so far. Bireth has been fairly quiet. Looking to see what other changes we're going to make. Is this the opportunity to bring on Doucouré? Now, the question is, do we play him against alongside Lerma, or do we take Lerma off? Lerma and Hughes potentially not playing particularly well. I think I'm actually going to take off Hughes. Let's take off Will Hughes. Could be the last time he plays for us. And Doucouré comes on, coming back from injury. And Rakasaki. Do we take him off and bring on Sarr? Richards hasn't had a good day out there, really. He's not played too badly, and he is apprehensive. Let's take Rakasaki off, and we will bring on Ismaila Sarr on that right side, just to see if we can get another goal and close this game down. That's what we want to do. I'm trusting you to go and make sure we see the game out. Not yet. I have faith in you. Get out there and make a difference. Wilson is on the ball. Tete. Berge. Crossed it in. Headed away. Uche gets it upfield, but nobody there. And Kevin slides it through to Lukic. Lukic into the area. And it's gone for a corner. And I think Henderson would have got that. Kevin swings this in. It's headed away, though. Ketia comes for it, and it's a nice ball forward, but Ismaila Sarr not going to get there. Not really seen a lot of Bireth yet. This one through, cut out by Guy Drogasin to Richards. Sarr, Richards, Decore. Decore flashes one forward for Beres. And he's fluffed his lines. 18 minutes on the clock, looking to make some final changes as we try to close this game. Uche is tired, and I am tempted, because I don't think we've got an attacking midfielder on the bench. So what we're going to do is Bereth can play in that position. We're going to put Bereth there, and we are going to bring on Mateta for Uche up front. What other changes do we make? Do we need to make any? Lerma we can't change. Drogerson, Richards we will leave on. I think that, we could have brought Jaden Dans on, I realise now, but we'll do that for now. And we have one change left to make. Yeah, we'll do that and get back underway. Leno has the ball. Slender lead, and it's very fragile. We could do with adding to it. Ball not cut out. Smith Rowe is into danger zone, and they put it away. Muniz, and it could be extra time and penalties, possibly. Or does it go straight to penalties? I'm not sure. And we let them in. Exactly what I was expecting to happen. As we head to the 90-minute mark, they have a corner. Are they going to kill us off? This one swung in. It's headed away, but only as far as Wilson. Wilson crosses it back in. It's headed away again. But Iwobi, it's gone over the top. And we'll make our final change with 4 minutes to go. And I think that change is going to be Richards to come off. And we will bring on Manus. Add a little bit of purpose down that right side. And get out there and make a difference, I think is all we can say. There's no winning goal. And I suppose from Fulham's point of view, no more than they deserve. Mitchell on the ball. We are in the 5th minute of 4 added on. Drogerson comes forward. This could be our final chance. Sarr. Oh, he's lost out, but Decore is there to tidy up. Drogerson. Manus needs to go forward. Sarr. And it's gone a penalty straight. They are our penalty takers. Penalties it is then. Jimenez is first up. And he's put it away. Henderson not getting there. 1-0 to Fulham. I guess if we get knocked out of this competition, it's not the end of the world. Be nice to progress, but with the Champions League, Mateta putting that one away. It's 1-1 after the first penalties. Lukic for Fulham is next up. And it's gone wide. He's missed. I don't know if Henderson saved that or he just missed it. But either way, advantage to us. Nketiah is next up. And he's put it away as well. 2-1 after 2. It's Wilson up next. Only straight run up. He didn't stop. He just kept going. Didn't even pause. Sarr. Ismaila Sarr. Oh, and he's missed. And it's 2-2 after 3. Advantage has gone. Berge is next up. And he's tucked it in the opposite corner to the way Henderson went. 3-2 to Fulham. And new boy Bireth. Will he get a chance to make a name for himself? No. And that could be that. They score this one. We are out. And it's Emil Smith-Rowe to take it. And he's put it away. I don't know what Leno was doing in the goal there. And it's 4-2 on penalties. And we are out of the Carabao Cup. Not the best of days. Really, we didn't play well in that game. 43% of the possession, 11 shots, 5 on target. They had 20 shots, 6 on target. Really just didn't make the most of the chances that came our way. So, in other games in today's third round, Liverpool, the current holders, they beat Ipswich by 4-2 in that game. Manchester City beating Middlesbrough by 3-1. Norwich beating Sheffield United by 3-0. And Arsenal beating West Ham in a London derby 2-1. That is a roundup. One other bit of news for you. Let's go into the transfer activity. Can tell you that Jason Arak-Saki has turned down a deal. Contract couldn't be resolved, so the £22 million transfer currently is off the table. Whether it gets back on the table is another matter. I keep getting a confirmed transfer up here, and I'm not sure what that's all about, but we will check that out in just a moment. We have 4 days down to the game against Aston Villa. Let's come out of here. Let's go into the fixture schedule. And Aston Villa, it is. Played them twice, of course, last season. 2-1 win at Villa Park. If we can get it up. Can we get it up? There we can. 2-1 win at Villa Park. Kamada and Pino, the scorers. Ollie Watkins getting a consolation goal. A goal for Aston Villa. We won on that occasion. And then back at Selhurts Park, where we play today, it was Ollie Watkins again, the scorer, and Pino for us in a 1-1 draw. Let's hope for a better result today. And here we are for our second game of the episode. Back to the Premier League. Let's hope we can get back to winning ways and keep up our 100% record in the Premier League. Manchester City played on Friday. They beat Fulham by 4-0, which means they have gone top of the table on goal difference before we play today's game. So a win is a must for us to keep up with the front runners at least. And this is the side that we will hope will do it. It's Benitez in goal, returning after Henderson's run out in the cup. And Gorey comes in for Mitchell on the left. It's Guy and Lacroix is back in for Drogosin in central defence. Manus back on the right wing-back position. It's Kamada and Wharton in midfield. Pino on the left of attacking midfield. Uche continues as that... He's behind the number 10 slot behind Mateta. Sarr is out on the right. The bench looking like this. It's Henderson, Guy, Mitchell, Drogosin, Doucouré, Arak-Saki, Lerma, Nketiah, Bireth. And here we are back at Selhurts Park. Mateta leading the attack today. He says he wants to stay at the club, for now anyway. Watkins returns to lead the attack for Aston Villa. 9 changes they made from their Carabao Cup match in midweek. They are in 17th place. As the teams come onto the pitch, Aston Villa playing in all white tonight. And the rain is back. And it's Ollie Watkins getting the game underway. Cash coming forward, swings this one in. Manus heads it on to Ollie Watkins, and not sure who that was, brought Ollie Watkins down. Protesting loudly. It was Lacroix, and he's outside the area, I'm pretty sure. So I don't think it's a penalty. No penalty. That confirms it. But a free kick right on the edge of the area. Chipped in. Oh, Onana goes to the ground. Nothing given. They have a corner. Tillemans with the corner. Swung in. It's headed away. Cross back in. Cleared by Manus. And a shot from distance over the top. Benitez with the ball in hand. Launches a long one. Looking for Mateta, I think it was. Uche is on the ball. Uche now tries to create some space. Couldn't do it. Lacroix has the ball. Lacroix into space for Sarr. Cross it in. And the goalkeeper spilled it. Uche, I think it was Mateta that put it away. Uche couldn't get there to put it away. But it's Mateta. We'll see it again. Lacroix puts it into space for Sarr. Sarr hits it first time. Goalkeeper makes the save, but stops it from going in. Uche can't get there. But Torres just got a touch and put it into the path of Mateta, who did put it away. Lindelof. Konsa. Cash. Konsa. Lindelof. And given away to Wharton. Wharton finds Pino. Pino comes marauding forward. What's he going to do? Crosses it in. And it's Meshmel Sarr who puts it in the back of the net. Crossed across the front of the goal. And the goalkeeper needs to hide behind the post. Pino gets into an area, crosses it into the danger zone. Mateta isn't far enough forward. Uche, neither. But Sarr was coming in on that right side. And with an empty net, it was easy peasy. And Watkins getting us back underway. It's Konsa. Elliott. Onana. Kamara. We were definitely out of sorts in midweek. Remember, this was a 2-2 draw last time out. And we don't want them scoring here. And that one put wide by Tillemans. Angori with a throw-in on that far side. 35 minutes on the clock. Ollie Watkins picking up the loose ball. Torres. Digne. He's coming forward. He puts that in the pass for Tillemans, and it was easy peasy in the end. And they've got one back. Digne just waited his time. It was a perfect ball in. Tillemans for Watkins. As we head for half-time, 2 minutes added on at the end of that first half. And we've managed to get to half-time with the lead still intact. 2-1 Mateta after 18, Sarr after 29. Ollie Watkins getting what turned out to be a consolation in that first half after 36. But they've had the bulk of the half, 60% of the possession, 8 shots, 2 on target against our 8 shots and 4 on target, and they've been a bit more potent in attack as well. And it's Mateta getting the second half underway. Kamada with the corner. Swung in. It's headed away. Sarr is there to tidy up. Sarr gets the second goal of the game and increase our lead back to a 2-goal lead. Well worked. Kamada is headed away. But Sarr cuts back inside onto his preferred left boot. And it's in the back of the net. And as we pass the 65-minute mark, let's have a look at possibly some changes. We do have tired legs out there. Uche hasn't had the best of days out there, and I'll tell you what we're going to do, because we've not tried him in that position before. Raksaki can come on as the shadow striker. Do we make any other changes at this juncture in time? I don't want to upset the balance too much. Manoir is not having the best of days out there either. Do we change him as well? I think we do. And bring on Guy. Let's bring Guy on that right side. Albeit Drogazan can play out there. It's not his best position. But so just those 2 changes for now then. I faith you go and make a difference. And Benitez to Lacroix. Guy, who's come on. Wharton. Mateta. Mateta finds Angori. Angori getting into a bit of trouble, but he's got himself out of Pino. Not enough curl on it. Otherwise, Martinez was beat. 79 minutes on the clock. Just thinking about making a couple of changes. Kamada wins that ball. Wharton, Raksaki, Mateta, Pino. Oh, Pino just showed too much of that ball. Lack of control there. And they come on a counter-attack. Elliott into the area. Just wide. Curled away. All right, we will look at those changes now then. Tired legs. Wharton is tired. And it could be a chance for Doucouré to get a bit more match time. Doucouré comes on for Wharton. And thinking we might take Mateta off and give Bereth a 10-minute run out. We will indeed. And I think that's all our changes for now. Leaves us with 1. Bit too early to say. There's not a lot of, and there's not a lot of it. I trust you to make an impact. Maatsen with a throw-in for Aston Villa. Konsa. Ball comes forward. Elliott goes out wide to Cash. Cash crosses this ball in, and it's in the back of the net. Ollie Watkins gets his second of the game. Question whether he was offside. Defenders think so. And the goal is disallowed. He was offside, and it remains 3-1. We're going to see it again. Cash. Oh, yeah. When he passed that ball, Ollie Watkins, he come back onside, but he was offside. Angori. Pino. Pino gives the ball away. And Watkins is in this time. And puts it away. So it's 3-2. And dearie me. It was Pino that gave the ball away, beating Benitez. And we're going to berate the team, and we're going to make our final change. And I think it is Pino having made that mistake. We've got Pino off, and we're going to bring on Nketiah on that left side. And we're just going to say to him, trusting you, make sure this result is intact. How much added time have we got? That's the question. 4 minutes is the answer. And they have a corner. Elliott headed away, and Raksaki is there. Nketiah, who's come on. Nketiah, he's got an open goal. Where was the goalkeeper? Oh, well, I didn't even see the goalkeeper was missing, but obviously Nketiah had. Here's the corner. In fact, the goalkeeper came up for it. And he wasn't very quick at trying to get back either. That's where he was. He come up for the corner. And we're not going to see it. And Nketiah capitalised. (4-2) then. As we finish the game. And what a bizarre way to end it. But it's a win all the same. 4-2 the final score. And, Mateta and Sarr in the first half. Ollie Watkins after 36. Sarr giving us that 2-goal lead again after 50. It was Ollie Watkins who was offside for one and then immediately gave the ball away from the free kick. And he did score to make it 3-2. But after they tried to get the draw, and made a complete Horlicks of it, in as much as the goalkeeper came up for the corner and completely missed the ball. And it was Nketiah with Raksaki who put the ball in the back of the net to make it 4-2. 42% of the possession against their 58%. 16 shots, 8 on target, 11 shots, 3 on target for Aston Villa. They had slightly better XG than us. But we have one out, which is good news, which I think puts us back on top of the table. As we said we do, we are going to round up very quickly on the transfer deadline day ins and outs. Of course, Bireth we already know about coming in from Monaco. Yet to show any sort of form. Let's hope we've not bought a dud there. Adramola has gone on loan to Rotherham. Imre has gone on loan to Wrexham, and Will Hughes has gone on loan to Blackburn. All those were expected transfers on the day. Results then from today's matches. We did say that Manchester City beat Fulham on Friday evening by 4-0. Liverpool losing 2-1 in the early game to Bournemouth. Manchester United 3-3 draw against Brentford. We beat Aston Villa 4-2. Ipswich 1, Nottingham Forest 1. A couple of games still to play. Newcastle, West Ham and Everton versus Arsenal. But the table looking like this going into this round of games. We are top, having won 5 straight. 15 points. We are currently 3 points clear of Manchester City. If Arsenal and Newcastle win their games, they're yet to play, then they will probably maybe surpass Manchester City, but they can't catch us. We still have that 3-goal lead going into the end of the episode. We're going to come straight back. We're going to play APOEL from Cyprus in our opening Champions League phase match, and then it will be a game against Nottingham Forest in the Premier League. Beat them 3-0 at Selhurts Park in the Premier League last season. 1-1 draw at their place at the City Ground, and then we lost in 1-0 in the FA Cup. So a win, a draw and a loss last season. Let's hope we can continue our winning way in the Premier League. That's what we require. That's what we hope. If you've enjoyed today's episode, though, don't forget to leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification button. That keeps you up to date with all future episodes of Where Eagles Dare. As they are released, we'll try and keep back on the schedule now, having sorted out our kitchen. New episodes of Where Eagles Dare, hopefully then, will be released on a Monday and Thursday. I know this one's late, but we had the knock-on effect from the kitchen, so apologies for that. But we will be back on Thursday this week, hopefully with the next episode. And the best way of keeping up to date what's happening on the channel is follow me on X at JustOffside2. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you for the next episode. Until next time, goodbye.